All right, welcome back. Yesterday during stream we did feedback on VulnLab, and it's a log4 shell vulnerability. And I never really had good luck with these, so getting it to work yesterday, that was pretty much our main priority. So as you can see, I got this log4 shell proof of concept that we downloaded from GitHub. So if I go ahead and go out to GitHub, log4 shell. Is this one it? Nope, that was not it. Let's go with log4 shell exploit GitHub RCE. There we go. I believe it's this link right here. Nope, still not that one. Do want to try this guy. It's a Python script that we're looking for. Actually, you know what? That last one might have actually been it. This one right here. This guy might have actually been it, like right here. Let me go ahead and press up and see what the. Nope, definitely a Python script that we used, huh? Let's go ahead and try and find that like real quick, because I forgot like right where it was at. Here we go. Proof of concept.py. This one like right here. All right, so we went ahead and we download this. Now, when you download this, it's going to look for Java within the folder that's downloaded, the git clone, right? So we went ahead and did a git clone. It's going to look for Java in that folder. So if you head out to GitHub again, or you type in install Java without install Java without login, right? You can download Java from Oracle without logging in, right? And they have a whole bunch in here. Okay, so we picked, let's see here, we just picked a Linux one here. I think it was one of these JDK ones over here. Linux x64. Yep, we picked that guy right there. We did a gunzip, tartech xvf, and then we went ahead and downloaded it, right? When we downloaded it, did those two things. And when I got it, it was actually JDK 1.8.0 TAC. It was like 3 something. We were on like 350 or something like that. I literally just changed the name of the folder to this. You'll notice that because when you try to run the exploit, it'll say that it needs to find this folder like right here. So if we look at that exploit like real quick, it looks for that folder. All right, so either A, you can change this folder, or you can just change the name. I didn't think it was going to work. All of a sudden, we changed the folder name, and it did work. So you do have to have that Java folder within your actual log4j shell proof of concept directory. Okay. From here, we are going to go ahead. Now that we have all that set up, we go ahead and we start off with a Ferox Buster, or I think I actually used Fuff the other day to do it because we didn't have Ferox Buster installed yet. So we can do Ferox Buster, attack you, and let's go ahead and do a Rust scan like real quick on this machine. There we go, 8080, okay. Attack you, 8080. All right, attack W, user share word list, Derby, we'll just do big.text. I think we should be able to find it there. Probably could up those threads too. You do see that it is a Tomcat server, and if you go to there, it is Tomcat. So let's go ahead and do a attack T 200, and then let's see if that works like right there. I forget how to get rid of whatever. We can also try it with Fuff, right? As you can see, I used Fuff the other day. So we can try it with Fuff also. We used big.text the other day also. But we will find a folder. Oh, that's probably not going to work. Probably got to put in the correct IP address, huh? There we go. We will find a folder called feedback, or a directory called feedback, okay? So once we find that feedback directory, that's going to be ugly now. Once we find that feedback directory, we go ahead and go to 8080. Let's go ahead and check that place out. We do see that it is Tomcat. We cannot log it anywhere. Every single thing you click on is just access denied, okay? But we will see a feedback folder. So if we go to feedback, right, we get feedback. Let us know your feedback. Type in caret, or whatever you want to type in, caret. Your request has been logged. All right, we see the session ID up here, so we know it's running Java, right? Stuff like that. We can look at this and see J session ID and things like that, right? So let's go ahead and head over to log4 shell vulnerability test. We'll start this up. And what we want to do is we just want to send this guy like right off, this LDAP right here. We want to send this off. And I'm just going to put it actually in both name and feedback, and we'll send that off. And we'll see that we start getting information coming in down here. Once that happens, once it actually sends off, there we go. So that means yes, it is vulnerable to log4 shell. All right. So now we can now run our, there's our feedback link right there. There we go. We can now run our proof of concept.py. So we do a Python proof of concept.py, okay? My user IP address, right? So what is my IP address? 10.80.134. The web port, so I need to make a web port. We'll say 8080. Okay, then an L port. I believe this thing actually makes a web port for us. So all we need is just the L port of 445. We go ahead and hit enter here, and it starts up. And this is, you will get a bunch of errors and say that this folder is not found if you did not put this folder within the same directory as the log4 shell proof of concept that we got from GitHub, which is sitting right out over here. All right, you will get a bunch of errors. So now we have it's listening. All right, it started that web server for us. It's listening on 1389, and it says, hey, go ahead and send this off, like right here. Right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and send that off. We'll stop this. We'll put in both name and feedback because I don't know which one is actually vulnerable or if they're both vulnerable. Okay, we start getting some stuff going on over here, right? It makes that exploit class, and all of a sudden we are Tomcat down here. So that's the log4 shell vulnerability. Let's go ahead and cat our scripts. We're just going to do a shell, full shell, right? We just do an easy full shell. There we go. Export term equals xterm. And then from here, since we know we're Tomcat, and Tomcat is on the machine, I first went to var www, noticed, whoops, that's not going to work right there. Notice that that was not a directory, so I wanted to opt. We can see Tomcat, cd to Tomcat. We can then see into that conf, because that's where the users are stored at. So we can see in the conf. And we should have Tomcat users.xml. We go ahead and cat that. Go ahead and exit out here to XML. Right, and we get this username admin and robot, both with the same password. I went ahead and I did a couple of username sprays, stuff like that, try to find different username stuff. But if we actually cat Etsy password here, all right, and we'll actually do it with a, let's try it for a grep-tech I for sh. So we can look for anything that's bin bash or anything like that, right? We get root and Ubuntu, right? So that's really the only two that we actually be able to spray against this. We go grab this, and I just went ahead to su into root, tried that password, and we are now root, so we can cd into root, and we can see that we can read that root.txt. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. I definitely did last night while doing this. I know the people on stream definitely did last night while doing this. But the biggest thing for this is that you have to have your JDK 1.8.0 text something sitting in the folder that the log4 shell proof of concept is in, and make sure you change the name of that folder to _20. All right, because that's what it's going to be looking for, or change the actual file itself to that. I actually try to change it to like actually going like way off into JavaScript, like actually going into JavaScript and doing stuff. If I went ahead and I did a locate, or no, I did Java tech version, right? And then what can we do? Sudo tech, no, sudo update alternatives, right? Yep, sudo update alternatives. There we go, config Java. We can see that 8 isn't even installed out here, right? It's literally just that folder. I did the tar and everything like that. It's not, it didn't ever actually even install out here, okay? But I did try to send it to here. I tried to change up the script to actually send it to there. That did not work for us. But when I did this, like right here, it ended up working for us. All right. So, and we got that, like I said, from GitHub, right under download Java. All right, so you're going to get like 1.8361 or something like that. Just change the folder name to 8_20. All right, I'll talk to you all later, and yeah, that'll be about it.